Axiom is a very unique entry to our 2024 Outer Wilds mod jam that brings the Hearthians of the Outer Wilds Alpha into the final release of the game. The theme of the jam was community, and each mod was limited to a single planet, although we eventually decided that satellites and moons were okay as well, which Axiom took full advantage of. If you'd rather play the mod yourself, it's linked in the description. Alright. Here we are at Axiom. Signal nearby. Nice, and it is just on the Outer Wilds Ventures frequency. Oh, that's cute. So yeah, the sort of gimmick of this mod is that it's all stuff from the Outer Wilds Alpha, which is really cool. Let's see what the fellows have to say. Archaeologist? Hey there. Warm yourself by the fire? It's good to have company on a night like this. What instrument are you playing there? It's a banjo. I like it because playing it is similar to digging through layers of history, each pluck unearthing a new story. Simple as that. Yeah, I agree. So what's your job about? My job is to study ancient civilizations and uncover artifacts or fossils that are buried in the ground. Nowadays, I don't do much as there isn't much to study. Back in our old solar system, there was an ancient civilization, but we didn't figure out much about them other than how to modify their tech. Well, I'll talk to you later, I guess. I'm playing the drums. I like it because you can feel the pulsating rhythm of it. And what is your job? They collect and analyze data from satellites and spacecraft. They also monitor the stars using their telescope. The only thing dangerous I've encountered so far is those anglerfish back in our old solar system. So, what are you playing? It's a harmonica. Perfect instrument for someone like me. I go in and scout out the area first before the others come. The only thing dangerous I've encountered so far is, of course, those anglerfish. Wait, you just... I think that was just duplicate dialogue. So what are you up to? Just playing some music by the campfire. And what is this place? It's the Traveler's Treehouse. All four of us live here at this campsite. Why do you live here? Well, this is our base. We stop here and rest after astronauting. There's so much to explore out there, but it can wait for sleep. Yeah, I agree. Last up is Zen. Who is Gabbro? And is missing an animation. What instruments you got? It's a flute? It's basically me if I were an instrument. The flute has always been my companion on this journey through life. Its melodies speak to the soul. And what's your job? Just miscellaneous tasks that Mission Control asks for. Well, I'll see you later. We have some refueling. And this is the treehouse. With just a bed for sleeping. Can I interact with this? No. And this is the old Alpha ship. Oh. What the? I didn't think that would work. I get like a brief glimpse inside. Don't think I'm supposed to be doing that. Oh, we have the old observatory, and there's a village. Talk to Rocket Kid. Hey there, look at my cool toy rocket ship. It was very nice. I suppose this is the old model ship. Oh yeah, and there's a campfire going on the moon. Oh, and they even have the music from the Alpha playing. I've been very bored ever since my trainees have left. Well, maybe you should find something to do. Nah. If there's nobody to coach, then there's no point. Well, I suppose that would be true, Coach, if you're a coach. This guy's a skeptic. Who are you? I come in peace. Uh-huh, sure you do. You expect me to believe that? I assure you my intentions are purely peaceful. And why should I trust you? You could be here to conquer us, or worse. Oh, I have no interest in conquest. I don't know, it all sounds too good to be true. I'm just exploring the planet, man. Well, forgive me if I'm not convinced just yet. How do I know you're not just spinning a tale to lower our guard? Well, why don't you let me earn your trust, one step at a time? Alright, but I've got my eye on you. One wrong move, and you'll have the whole village to answer to. I mean, sure. The outfitter? What the? An alien? How did you get here? Flying. Of course. The most obvious answer. Got a telescope, kid? Whoa, are you an alien? Never seen anything like you before. Indeed I am. Is that a telescope? Yeah, I love looking at the stars. My telescope helps me see the planets and the galaxies far, far away. Okay, yeah, there's something coming from that satellite. I guess we have plenty, actually. So you're the craftsman. You're not something you see every day. What brings you here, stranger? I see you're looking at the stars. I've spent many nights out here studying the stars and marveling at their beauty. There's always something new to discover, something that makes you appreciate just how vast and wondrous the universe really is. Quiet town satellite dish. Well, I suppose it is a quiet little town. Ooh, quiet town radio. You're a rocket scientist. We have the launch pad over there, but we haven't used it in a bit. Why not? Not much reason for anything to land there. The astronauts sometimes land on it, but they're usually out exploring other planets or resting at their base. I'm waiting until I can make another rocket ship. It takes a while to gather materials for it, sadly. Maybe Coach can train a new astronaut to fly it. Well, I hope you build it soon. Right. That is a... Looks like a Know My Escape pod. This is launching from dying solar system, on trajectory to crash into exoplanet. Successfully landed on exoplanet, scanning planet for safety. It is covered in ice and a subsurface ocean beneath it. There is alien flora scattered across the surface, and alien fauna below the ice. Detecting a moon orbiting the planet. Opening the stasis pods and escape door. Right, so I suppose they came here using a Know My escape vessel. So it says there's fauna down here. Oh. And it's covered in ice. Right. Well, what's the worst that could be down here? The answer is, of course, anglerfish. We have a jellyfish. Talk to Giselwald. Giselwald. Hey, it's me, Giselwald, the magic-talking jellyfish. I love you. Okay, that's pretty rude. No, I said I loved you. Okay, never mind, I hate you. I'm sorry, but I'm taken. What? What? Hey, they must consider themselves very lucky. I have to go now. Okay. Yornost? Yornost? Hey, it's me, Yornost, the magic-talking anglerfish. Yeah, don't you mean Ernesto? No. I'm Yornost, the second anglerfish to ever live. Only second? Come on, man, do I look space-worthy to you? The first anglerfish to ever live was space-worthy. Of course. I should have known. Do you want to talk about anything else? Wow, you can talk? No, I can't. You must be mistaken. That wasn't a joke. You've been in a coma for 20 years. Wake up. That's... Well, that's to be expected. I think this time I'm just gonna go straight for the moon. I could check out the satellite after as well. Wow, this is a small moon. Warden radio. You're the moon warden. Well, 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 what do we have here? You're not from around these parts, are you? It's not often I get visitors up here, you know. It being the moon and all. What can I do for you? Where's that music coming from? See the radio I cobbled together over there? I calibrated it to pick up the music being played back home. Anything here worth checking out? Honestly, I think this place is pretty dull. I'm the only thing up here. And what is it that you do? I'm the warden of Eichel? I live here on the moon, overseeing anything happening back on Axiom. Sometimes the travelers stop by for repairs. Oh, gotta go. Good meeting you. Oh, there's no... There's no air on the moon. You forgot to put air on the moon. There was trees. The warden had no helmet on. I do think it's cool that they put it in this nice inclined orbit, though. Makes it stand out. It's neat, too, that it ended up being farthest from the sun, since the positions are actually randomized. Well, let's hope I'm in a stable orbit. Zero of 3 repaired. And actually, no, is this... I'd never seen this in the alpha. That they had the repair tutorial, you know, 0G cave satellite. Like, is this actually in the 0G cave? In the alpha? And there you go. I don't know if anyone would have wanted me to do that, but they're welcome. This crater has always been our home. In fact, for generations we assumed it was the entire world. It has now been destroyed by our old star, and nothing is left of it. We may have a new home, but Timber Hearth is still our favorite. Does the satellite camera still work? Oh wow, yeah. It's super neat that they got that working. This ancient statue is the subject of a heated debate. The level-headed among us adhere to the obvious explanation that the statue simply phase shifts whenever you look away from it. That hasn't stopped our more imaginative thinkers from making the ridiculous argument that it actually exists in every possible configuration simultaneously, and only collapses to a single state while it is being observed. Whatever the explanation, both sides agree that the effect is extremely creepy. This is the old Nomai statue. There's also Quantum. The Nomai were also much freakier looking. Helmets like these are our explorer's windows on the universe. Each helmet is custom made to fit its wearer, with a stylish gold visor that provides protection from direct sun exposure. It's quite stylish. This pilot's seat is all that remains of our species' inaugural flight into space. Although it's been argued that such a distinction requires an overly liberal definition of flight, that day will always remain a landmark achievement in the history of our species. All of our spacecraft are powered by the intense chemical reaction that takes place inside this highly reinforced energy converter. Originally, the conversion chamber wasn't reinforced at all, but that changed after an early model successfully converted 78% of the ship's hull into usable energy. Probably not ideal. Our old home planet was the only one in the solar system with an oxygen-rich atmosphere, which meant our astronauts must carry their own supply with them. These tanks are designed to automatically refill whenever oxygen is present, which allows the wearer to avoid an incredibly painful death by asphyxiation. These 5 displays depict the life cycle of a massive star similar to our Sun. Such a star will remain in the main sequence phase the longest, as it gradually fuses the hydrogen in its core into helium. Once all of its hydrogen has been fused into helium, the star begins fusing helium into even heavier elements. The star is no longer generating heat by nuclear fusion, and the core becomes unstable and contracts. The outer shell of the star, which is still mostly hydrogen, starts to expand. The star is now a red supergiant, and well into its dying stages. As its core fuses heavier and heavier elements, gravitational collapse becomes inevitable. And then, of course, finally, the core collapses and the star explodes in a massive cosmic event known as a supernova. This is exactly what happened to our old star. We estimated we had 2 million years left, but we were way off. This tooth belongs to an adult version of the juvenile anglerfish in the tank. If adult proportions are consistent with that of the small fish, they must grow to nearly the size of our spacecraft. Hey, bud. This living anglerfish specimen was found attached to the landing gear of one of our spacecraft after a close flyby of a planet named Dark Bramble in our old solar system. Judging by the size of the recently discovered adult anglerfish tooth, construction of a larger fish tank might be necessary. Here you can see a large antenna on top of a floating island. This planet is named Giant's Deep, and it is a cloud-covered ocean world. We don't know what this antenna was used, as we didn't have enough time to investigate the ancient people's history. What this was used for, I imagine. That's fun. I like that it only has this one planet in the map. It's the curator. Well, isn't this a surprise? We don't get many extraterrestrial visitors in our village. What brings you here, traveler? I'm just having a look around. I hope you find it interesting. I fixed your satellite, by the way. Oh, that's what made the projector start working. Oh, you're welcome. Any problems? You've been seeing static on the projector. No, but I fixed it. No problem. Already did that. Okay. That's everything they had to say. That's old Alpha Hornfells. The old Ember Twin. Picture of our escape pod before we scooped it up and modified it for our getaway. It is sitting on one of the Hourglass twins, named Ember Twin. Some of our expedition gear actually incorporates technology we've reverse-engineered from ancient artifacts. This Surveyor Probe Mark IV features a limited warp ability that has dramatically reduced the rate at which our astronauts lose them to the depths of space. In theory, this warp technology should also work on organic life forms, but further experimentation has been recently hampered by a sudden shortage of volunteers. This piece of alien technology bears a marked resemblance to the slide projector in this observatory's atrium. This advanced alien technology adheres to inexplicably similar principles and is a form of data projection device. I wonder if that's how the old Alpha Nomai recorders worked. I didn't actually... or scrolls, rather. I don't recall ever seeing one. In this picture you can see a ruin. It was once a building made by the ancient people who used to dwell in our old solar system. This is the only remnant of those ruins, as we didn't take anything from them with us. That's a shame. Well, you took a skull. This 1.5 million year old skull belonged to one of the ancient people who used to dwell in our solar system. Although we have unearthed many of their artifacts and structures, we still have no idea where these people came from or what happened to them. With only 3 eyes, it's easy to wonder if their disappearance had something to do with inferior depth perception. The discovery of this stone codex on the binary planets named the Hourglass Twins has allowed us to translate many of the symbols left behind by the ancient people who used to inhabit our old solar system. Although this translation is an ongoing effort, we are fairly certain that this specific inscription is a recipe for cactus stew. Alright, so I guess that's everything in the village. Did I talk to you? Oh, the village leader! By the stars, what manner of being are you? I am an astronaut from the future, technically. How'd you get here? I just woke up here. If you don't know how you got here, then why would you be from the future? It's just a feeling. Well, welcome to our little village then. Explore the planet or talk to the other villagers. Where should I go first? Maybe check out our crashed escape pod. We modified and launched it to get away from our dying star. Should be in the direction that large signal dish is facing. Anything else? Someone else. How about the observatory? It's on the other side of the village. Basically the opposite direction of the escape pod. Got it. I did check that out though. I fixed your satellite. Curator would be happy to know. Well, I already let him know. Any problems? Broken satellite. Well, hit by asteroids. The asteroid even ended up crashing into the moon. Yeah, you got your other guys could work on it. I might be able to do it. I'll try. I already did it. Don't you worry. Did say that an asteroid hit the moon. Is this where the asteroid went down? Oh, well, there it is. So that's about it for Axiom. There's no real ending to the mod unless you count waking up from your 20-year coma, but I've filled out my ship log and I've seen everything there is to see. Adding in a community of alpha Hearthians was a super unique idea for a mod. In retrospect, I'm surprised nobody did something like this sooner. Okay, bye.